hung out here, yeah.
You never know.
Just had a K2 hit here. And we're in the basement. My name is Rick.
I'm Wendy.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Jean.
We mean no harm. We understand people don't like being down here.
You hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah, what was that?
Like a little tiny squeak.
Where'd it come from?
Back over that corner.
Hello? I definitely heard like a low
Mumbling.
Yeah,
mumbling
yeah.
or something over there in the corner. And it sounded disgruntled or something.
We have a recorder over there too. It might have picked up the mumbling that we heard.
Yeah,
earlier.
we'll have to review that.
I'm getting K2 hits like crazy.
Are you?
By the recorder there? There's a recorder on the...
It's going almost red.
It's above you.
I waved it all the way around. Look, it goes
Okay.
out.
My temperature's dropping like crazy.
Yeah, it's
No,
gone.
it's gone.
It's,
Look at that.
look at it.
Both of them are going nuts.
Can you step away?
Wow.
Wow.
That was awesome. Right where we heard this is a hot spot right here. Look at that. They're both going off.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, welcome to another case. This is an interesting case. We're in Smyrna again,
We are.
and we're in the Oddfellows Cafe. Actually, we're outside. We just set up our cameras, just had a walkthrough. Very fascinating place. Some really cool stories going on.
Yeah,
And you know some of the history of the place.
I do.
Okay. Maybe you could say when it was built. And
It was built in 1744 and it was an Oddfellows Lodge for 100 years.
wow.
And then it became a few other things. Also, it was a public library for a while for the town. It was actually a car repair shop.
Go in and you have some paranormal claims for the people throughout the years here.
Yes.
And you can go over that with us and give us a little tour of the place.
Sure.
We were at Dover Days, so I wasn't here, so Wendy took the tour. So,
I did.
Okay. So anyway, we'd like to thank all the Facebook friends and all the friends we saw in the parade and all the cards that we handed out.
We sure did.
We wouldn't be anywhere without the support of our friends.
True.
So our friends are part of the DHH family and always will be. So we do respect you, and we do appreciate your support for sure. All right. So you want to go on in?
Sure. Love to.
All right. We're inside now.
Yeah.
Lovely little place.
It is.
Right now they have it as a restaurant.
Yes.
Okay. It looks like a good place to eat. I haven't eaten here yet, but now I know it's here. I might.
Absolutely.
There you go. So there are some stories behind these pictures.
There are just some history. So both of these gentlemen were actually in the Oddfellows organization. This one is John Upchurch, and he was an Oddfellow. And then this one was actually Colfax.
Oh, okay.
This is his last name. And he actually was Vice President of the United States. And he actually served as Speaker of the House when they voted on the amendment to end slavery. So he had an important role in history.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
neat. So these are Oddfellows. Maybe we should explain that. Started in Europe.
Yes, it started over in England, and it is a service fraternity organization, and now it's kind of the umbrella name for several different organizations that do that. In the United States, it started in 1719 is when it originated here.
Wow, and they do a lot of good service work.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. There's some members in our group that are kind of odd. Do you think?
Maybe a couple of us.
Yeah. Steve, you think?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's on the edge.
I think he likes that term.
Yeah. Odd. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and you got any stories about this room?
This room, I do not.
Okay. We did have a little girl. If you want to follow me over here,
Sure.
there's a story about this picture.
Actually, this picture was lent here by a neighbor who had it, and it was appropriate to the period of the style of the place. And she had a picture prior to this that she had lent to the owners. And the girl in the previous picture, her name was Sally, that was the name on the back. And she had a menacing, kind of mean expression on her face. And the patron said that she kind of creeped them out. And so the owners told the neighbor who came and took Sally back home and put this little girl in its place because she had a kind face.
Oh, very cool. Well, in case we do have a little girl, we do have a little Pooh Bear, what we call
Little
Boo
teddy
Bear,
bear, yeah.
and it's actually EMF.
Cool.
It lights up and talks back.
Nice.
So we'll make sure we keep a camera on that tonight.
Sure.
So she's brand. I guess it's a she. She's brand new.
Nice.
Addition. Brand new investigator.
On our team?
Kind of small. Yeah, on our team. Yes.
And a little hairy.
Little hairy, and she does talk. So.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we'll go on.
Sure.
All right. All right, so we're obviously in the kitchen.
Yes, this is part of the kitchen, not where they do the actual cooking, but some of the preparations go on in here. And the owner said that when he first started working here, he was working late one night, and he felt the presence of someone walk behind him and then on out into the hallway and down the hall. He didn't see anything or hear anything, but he sort of sensed that someone was there, like you do when someone's nearby. And he thought it was sort of strange, and he went and he checked the bathroom, and he checked the basement, he checked all around. He was getting ready to leave for the evening and wanted to make sure he wasn't locking anyone in. Couldn't find anybody. He also didn't tell anyone what had happened because he was a little spooked out a little bit and didn't want to tell anybody. A couple weeks later, a waitress was closing up for the evening, and the next day she said to the owner, "I had the strangest experience last night. I felt like someone was there with me, but I checked the bathroom, and I checked the basement, and I checked all around, and I couldn't find anyone." And he asked her how she, experienced that, what she actually experienced, and she said she sensed someone walk behind her and then on down the hallway. The exact same thing that had happened to him,
So
and
two
he hadn't
two
told her.
separate people at two different times felt the same thing in the same place.
Right, exactly.
And they didn't talk to each other until afterwards.
Right,
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's happened to us before, where one team has come in, didn't say anything, and the other team came in, and then they experienced the same thing.
right.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So
Yeah.
you never know. In a place like this, it's 150 or 175 years old.
Right,
It was various things throughout its lifetime.
right.
So you never know what people have passed on. They've been through here.
Sure.
They may be still hanging around. You
Right.
don't know. So you say there's something in the basement. People are creepy down there.
There was an experience in the basement as well, yes. When the health inspector first came, when it became a restaurant, it was necessary for it to be inspected. And the health inspector came, and the owner was showing her to the basement, and it's a typical basement used for storage, etc. And the health inspector had mentioned that she feels like she can sense things when there are maybe paranormal presence around.
Okay.
And they walked downstairs, and as they walked through the basement, she began to speak in tongues. and the owner was a little bit scared. So he continued to walk and went right on up the stairs. He kind of wouldn't look at her, and as soon as they got upstairs, it stopped.
Wow. Well, you know, we don't go by too much of how we feel when we
True.
investigate. But you never know. You never know who does actually have gifts. You never
Exactly.
know. I guess.
Exactly.
So you know, that's kind of cool. Unless she was trying to impress the guy and just decided to talk in tongue. You know, it could be possible. You never know. But you know, we like to debunk things.
We do.
We do. And you know, actually, it's better to debunk things because it's done.
Sure.
But when you catch something, there you go. You're balancing it,
Right.
you know, your reputation, everything on the line, and you have to say, you know what? I don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't know, but this is what we got.
Right.
You know, and it's not normal. If it's not normal, it's
Paranormal.
there you go. So, you know, that's what it's all about, and we do live for that. But we also live to debunk. I like
Absolutely.
to debunk more than I do get. Because when I get something, then I get frustrated.
Right.
Because I can't debunk it.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. Anyway, so we're going to be adjusting things now, and we're soon to go lights out. We're going to show you a couple of things that we're going to be doing. We'll be doing sweeps to make sure that not where it's hot in here. Like I'm sure the kitchen's got some EMFs in here.
Oh, definitely.
So we're going to go through that, and we'll see you in a short. We're going to show you something. Sometimes in investigations, you find something new. This is an iPhone. It's got a compass, which is very cool. So it kind of brings the old school and the new school together in one thing. You can actually lay this down, and if it starts to spin, then you know you've got something going on. Now the phone is on, so you got to put it in airport mode, and you have to, of course, silence the alarms or the ringtones. So, but it's a pretty good tool as long as you don't get within 10 feet of it, because it probably might set off some K2s and stuff. But also, it does have some output, which you know sometimes draws them in like an EMF pump. So depending on what you need it for, it could be a useful tool inside your phone. Okay, so you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to get an app or anything for that. It's right on the phone.
I'm Jamie. I'm Allison. The lovely Allison is training me today. And we're getting ready to do an EMF sweep. Staying at a solid 75. Oh, I got 1.4, 6, 7, 8. Over here against the wall.
Okay. It must be some hot line going in there.
Yeah.
That's why we do sweeps.
It's just like right in here.
Right.
2.2 and 3.
Gotcha. That's why we do pre-investigation sweeps, so we know what's normal and what's not.
Yeah. Is yours going up?
You get yours? Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
1.3.
Alright, Rick, so we're going to head and put an EM pump here. Allison earlier found out that there was a wire running here, so we have a lot of EMF right here. So we're going to make it even higher. We're going to turn the EMF pump on, and we're going to let it sit right here. That way we get even higher readings. That way we know when something does happen, it's more likely. So.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right.
So we have a K2 meter over here with a sensor over here, so that if something passes through, it will sound off and let us know what is going on.